Hi there, Chummers, and welcome to the Sixth World. And today's topic is inspired by a conversation that I had with some folks in a gilded group. And the question that I have today for you is, how many of you have used a double agent in your games of Shadowrun? Now, what is a double agent? What do I mean by that? Well, traditionally, a double agent is usually somebody who is working against a group by pretending to be a member of that group. So, traditional KGB working for the CIA, that sort of thing. One spy working for one organization while pretending to be working for another organization. Usually, that those two organizations are enemies, and they're trying to work at cross purposes and that sort of thing. Or maybe a member of a crime family is secretly a member of another crime family, and messing with the operations of one crime family to the benefit of another one, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. If you don't know what a double agent is, it's literally a trope that's been used over and over and over again in all kinds of stories, all kinds of genres. But it's one of those things. It evokes the concept of betrayal, which if you've played Shadowrun for any length of time, or if you've read any Shadowrun groups, betrayal is a pretty common theme in a lot of groups. Usually it is the Johnson, the person who hires the Shadowrunners, turning on the Shadowrunners, or the corporation that the Shadowrunners are working for, or government agency, or whatever, turning on the runners, or the fixer ratting the runners out, and or turning on them or selling them out in some way, shape, or form. That is a very, very common trope in many Shadowrun adventures and Shadowrun books as well. But the question that I have is, how have you, with regard to double agents, I don't necessarily care about the Johnsons or the corporations or the fixers so much, because anybody who plays Shadowrun, you get paranoid. Doesn't matter what game system you're playing, but you get paranoid, and you kind of expect those entities to betray you at some point, or to be working at cross purposes to you, or to have ulterior motives. My question is more with regards to players. Have you ever had one of your players be a double agent? Or, as a player, have you been asked to be a double agent by a game master? And I think the idea of a player as a double agent it's interesting. I've never done it myself. I've had runs in campaigns where you know runners have had differing goals, but usually those goals can be accomplished by accomplishing the runners working together to accomplish the team goals. They're not usually working at cross purposes with somebody, but with a double agent, that particular player, their character might be working at cross purposes. They've actually been hired by a corporation that has hired the runners, or is looking to hire the runners, or has had some issue with the runners. Maybe they're being hired to spy on them and report back their activities so that the corporation can track them. Or maybe, getting even more specific, maybe somebody is approached just before a run by another party, and is asked and offered a fairly substantial sum of money to betray the player characters, and to complete a goal that maybe has nothing to do with them necessarily, or nothing to do with what's going on with the run, or maybe actually works against the runners, and actually would be detrimental to the rest of the player characters if that particular goal was carried out, essentially. So it's one of those things that, it's like I said, I've never done it, and the main reason why I've never done it is because I've never really been able to think of a good way to do it without running afoul of the other players, without creating bad blood. Because betrayal is something that a lot of people don't like. Even if it's in the context of a game, a lot of people don't like to be betrayed. Everybody likes to feel like they're part of a team or something, like, and that they're working together, and that they're all, especially in Shadowrun, everybody's fighting against the evil corporations. So having a runner on the team who is secretly working for the corporations, maybe they're a Lone Star cop and they're undercover and they're informing Lone Star about the runner's activities and or something like that. Or maybe they're with a government agency, or maybe they're with Knight Errant, or whatever. Pick any entity out there. They could be with any of those particular entities, and finding out that one of your fellow players is secretly working against you. I think that's something that it's got the potential for a really good story, but I've never really been able to figure out a good way to do it. And I'm interested in hearing how, if you have done it successfully, I'm interested in hearing in the comment section how you've been able to pull something like that off successfully. Because again, I can't think of a way to do it without creating bad blood between players, and that's something that, of course, you never want actual bad blood at the gaming table. You never want any actual arguments. Everybody's there to have a good time. You don't want anybody to get pissed off because of the adventure that you're on. You don't want people to actually get pissed off that their characters have been betrayed by somebody who they thought was working with them. So maybe it's something that could work if all the players were maybe given a heads up about it, like, hey, by the way, one of you guys is a traitor. Guess who? and see what happens. I mean, I think if everybody has is forewarned about it, and agrees to something like that, I think it could be a very powerful storytelling element. But again, it's something that would be really, really hard, in my estimation, to pull off without creating actual hurt feelings and starting actual arguments and getting people really pissed off. And of course, that's not something that you ever want. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below, like I said, if you've used double agents in Shadowrun before. How have you done it? Was it successful? Did it help move the story forward? Did it create a new story? Or did it all go horribly wrong and cause hurt feelings and bad blood and a whole mess of fallout? Let me know in that comment section below. As always, if you liked what you heard, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Both of those things help me out quite a bit. If you want more direct support, we got our drive-thru affiliate link in the description below. We also have Patreon and YouTube membership links in the description below, and I will see you all next time. And that's the chip truth, chummers. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Shadowrun content. Hit that notification bell so you will always know when I upload a brand new Shadowrun video, and until next time, remember to shoot straight and never, ever deal with a dragon.